So there were a lot of insights that I had at IBM TechXChange, and I'm going to share a few of them with you. So one thing is consider broader systems design and keep the bigger picture in mind. Every time you think about your company, think about what the system is. How does it operate? What are the components? There's always an action that needs to happen in the company, and think about how that action carries information and is recorded by the business, and how it can be accelerated by intelligent information technology, intelligent workflows, intelligent data storage and transfer. So it's really important to think about how IT projects can accelerate the business's needs and continuously join these together in order to make the business more successful. Another thing that's very important and is very related is that it's all connected. Everything is connected. Every server you have, every document, every application, and it's all connected in different ways. So it's important to have an overarching architecture, an understanding of how all the pieces fit together to deliver what the business ultimately does. And applications should talk to each other. You should be able to collect data from different sources and derive insight from them. You should be able to collect data from different sources and pass them to AI models. You should be able to understand what data is sensitive, which is not. You should be able to really have a deep understanding of how all of these infrastructure components connect to deliver business value. To deliver, when I say business value, I don't mean it in an abstract way. I mean to actually accelerate the business's motions. Everything from creating new media for marketing material to keeping very careful track of customer data and anonymizing the right fields and what information consultants are armed with to go out and do their work. There's so many different ways you can improve the business by sending the right information to the places it needs to go. And another key idea is there's a lot of resistance at companies to AI. So people fear AI because it's changing their habits. They've been in the same jobs for years, and people are fearing that sameness, that habitual comfort that they've gotten accustomed to is shifting. And it's true, it is shifting. So new skill sets are being born. Necessity is the mother of invention. And right now we need to invent new ways of operating because these AI tools are accelerating our ability to process vast quantities of information. And we risk falling behind. So let's really become AI first and understand how we can use AI to accelerate our workflows, but also be very careful and be very selective and be architects and be very careful and dedicated to the work that we're doing, because we don't want to just throw AI at everything. We want to throw AI at certain steps in our workflows. Another very important thing with the launch of Bob, vibe coding is accelerating the world. And when I say vibe coding, I really mean AI-powered programming. So the ability to code is taking the ability to code very quickly, and the fact that LLMs are getting very good at code are taking organizations and developers to new heights of productivity. So it's easier to ship apps now, and it's easier to just write automation tools that couldn't be written before at such high speeds, and the entry level to coding is so much lower. And you can design extraordinary UIs, you can connect to different sections of the business, but it's important to be very careful and allow the right people access to the right data and have the right business rules in place and have the right policies in place so that things don't get out of control. You need guardrails on these kinds of things, but when it's for quick prototypes and if people are experimenting, let them go for it. Let them build things. And watch how the organization is going to grow. And I think that using vibe coding tools and simulated environments is going to accelerate scientific breakthroughs, and agents are really going to change the way the world works and our access to scientific tools and progress. And so we're building towards a multi-model future. I don't think it's going to be one model to rule them all. I think that specific models are meant to be used for specific use cases, frontier models for very large, complex tasks, and smaller models that are less expensive for less complex tasks where you want simplicity. And that's a key thing, because when you're operating multiple AI models at scales at your company, at scale, at a large quantity, it's important. If you can save 20% on a $1 million bill, it's $200,000. So something to keep in mind. Another very important theme is you can't have good artificial intelligence without a solid information architecture. And what I mean by that is, hey, you need to be able to feed the AI the right data at the right time. So you need to have a very clear understanding of what data you have available to you, where it is in your organization, and how it can be used in business process workflows. I think the role of the IT architect is really becoming the IT business architect, because they're driving an ability to create workflows and accelerate the business. They're not just picking up the pieces of what the business is trying to do. They have the ability now to accelerate the business and to imagine new ways of doing things. And so whoever can harness the power of IT is going to benefit greatly. And like I said, to have good AI, you need good information architecture. You need to be able to feed the AI the right data, the right context engineering, so that it can create wonderful information for you to go out and use, or populate applications in certain ways, or design experiences in certain ways. There are so many things that we're starting to be able to do, and the possibilities are infinite, nearly limitless. So I'm very excited, and I hope to collaborate with you more soon.